Houston. I am never coming back. I found a new family. Oh, look at this guy. All right. Good evening, boils and ghouls. So it is raining and blustering outside, so we're just chilling in my little area. I like to work on my guns, and we're going to talk about some more Zasatava stuff. We're going to talk about the M85 and how this M90 saved my ass. So as you may have noticed, the content has slowed up a little bit recently, and mostly that's due to not being able to get to the range as much. Went out to Red Oktober, and the day I came back, my car broke down. So, yeah, it turns out it was a recall, and I'm just waiting for it to get fixed, so I haven't been able to get to the range as much and haven't been able to film. So, went out to Boulder, did Red Oktober. I ended up using the M85, and I brought the M90 as a backup. I was running the MD25 optic on the M85, and it performed pretty flawlessly, I was pretty happy with how I performed throughout the 2 days. It was a lot of fun, man. They had a goddamn tank. You can't really beat any time with a tank. So I checked in, got into the parking lot, said hi, and so I geared up. So we continued on over to our first stage as a group. And yeah, they did away with squatting. And we didn't know this really. Well, some of us knew this, some of us didn't. And basically what you did is there was a clothesline at each stage, and you clip your shooter card up onto the clothesline in line sequentially, and that's how they call you in line. So they just grab 3 cards and call those 3 cards, and that's who goes up. Yeah, I saw Clay and Rachel, and yeah, he was also shooting an RPK. So yeah, first stage we had to carry this, I think it was like 175 or 100-pound weight, something like that. And yeah, we had to go through the shoot house and then carry the 75-pound weight at the end and chuck it and drop this thing. And yeah, that was fun. Yeah, we go to the next stage, and yeah, I had to shoot this clay and then run around the corner. And yeah, that was a lot of fun too.
M97. Are you ready?
stages at Red Oktober, really fun, man. Where the M85 really came in handy was during the this crawl stage, where you had to basically dunk a round out of a grenade launcher, the old what is it, China Lake, or whatever, and you had to dunk a round out of that and then dive into a hole that they had set up, where they had set up some barriers and then put sticks across the top. You could bump the sticks, but if you knocked any off, that was a penalty. Yeah, I dunked the round, dove under there, and there's targets on each side when you dive down. So I just reached over with one hand and just popped the targets with one hand, continued on down, and I think I got like 40 something seconds, 44 seconds or something. I'd have to check practice score for that. Did pretty well on that stage. There was a stage where we had to take a clay, hold it in our hand while we do the stage, and try to go through the stage without breaking this clay. And this is supposed to be an egg from Glorious Russia or whatever. I take the egg in my hand, and I charge my rifle, and I break it immediately. So that was a 30-second penalty, and I even said over to him, like, you know, how big was that penalty? And he said 30 seconds, and I just went, fuck, and started blasting. So, got a little film of that. Overall, I did a lot better than I had previously done at Red Oktober, so I was pretty happy with my performance overall. My new chest rig had really come through with the snaps to the belt. I was able to carry enough ammo on me. There was actually one stage I went through, 3 mags? Yeah, it was a lot of mags. There was a stage with a spinner, but fuck that spinner, man. Fuck that spinner. I did have one stage where my optic did the funkiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I was thinking it had some kind of auto correction or something like that for a minute. I don't know what the heck was going on, but I bumped it and the reticle just went all funky and weird, man. This is the weirdest thing I'd ever seen. I got through all the stages with the M85 performing great. Hung out with everybody, watched a tank and everything. Got to see the guys from Dead Air, got to see the guys from IWI. Went and said hi and hung out for a little while. Always love seeing Mike from Dead Air. He's a fun guy. So yeah, I got done with the stages. Had enough time to hang out. Hung out a lot of the weekend with John from Dissident Arms. He's a fun guy, Big John. Got to fire a Negev, man. That was an experience. The saw is family. Rifle Dynamics does have a 5.56 rifle coming out. So I'm asking him about, mag compatibility. I can't remember what they were running, but, I'm asking, will it take Galil mags? And he immediately goes, no. So that's the one people always want, man. They want that 35 rounds. I say, hey, since I'm running Zasatavas and everybody hears about the mag compatibility issues, these guys, I had to fire a bit to get them into index. Now they run beautifully. Want to see how they run in yours? And he's like, oh, what you running there? You running 5.56? I'm like, it's 2.23. And he's like, steel case. Ooh, I don't know. It hasn't run steel case yet. And I'm like, it's an AK. What do you mean it's never run steel case? And so he said, yep, well, I guess there's a first time for everything. Let's give it a try. So he let me load up a mag, and it shoots beautifully. It was gassed perfectly. Mag fitment was fine. Popped in a couple different mags, and yeah, mags fit fine. So that's pretty cool. That's cool news. Came all the way back, and yeah, so the day I got back, had some car trouble, and I did get to the range to do a little comparison with the Zasatava once I got an ALG in it, because after I got back from Red Oktober, I sent my gun straight over to Tyler at Liberty for him to fit in an ALG, and now it's running about 3-pound trigger pull. It's really crisp. It's really crisp. So, and I just took a regular AK-47, just standard old Arsenal SLR 95, just to have a regular old AK-47 in there. And, you know, basically I just wanted to feel the muzzle brake combo, you know, a nice tuned gun with, you know, a moderately tuned gun, you know, and M85 is almost there, man. M85 is almost there. That's actually where it is right now. It's over at Liberty Gunsmithing. Right now it's getting a few things from K&S and Texas Weapon Systems and a few other things, and yeah, so it's reaching its final form. It's reaching its final form. So that's why you don't see it here today. We just got the M90. After comparing the M85, the PSA 103, which really I just wanted to compare the speed of the triggers. You know, compared it to just the standard military AK-47 trigger, just standard AK-47 trigger, because you know I just wanted to see how does this guy stack up, even though it's 5.56. How does it stack up to just your standard run-of-the-mill AK? And I didn't actually have this guy with me. I was just shooting the rifles I had with me at the time, but I didn't have this guy with me to compare either. So we're going to actually go out and do a full comparison once we got the ALG in this guy. And we're going to do a back-to-back comparison of both of them fully pimped out. Now, towards the end of the day with the M85, while I was testing it, I noticed it started shooting. I started having to aim high to the right, and I'm like, what's going on here, man? This thing's been running hard today, but what is going on here? So I had my first hiccup with the M85. The Picatinny mount on top has come loose, and I'm like, uh-oh. Well, I popped the screw out, and I just Loctite it down, and I take it back out to Texas Kalashnikov. I bring this guy too. Now, when I said this guy saved the day, here's what I mean. We get done with the wood chop, and I was hitting on the wood chop. I've explained the wood chop before. I'm hitting the post, and it's, what, 10 yards, 15 yards or something? It's not very far away. I'm in Squad 1, so our first stage is the shoot house, because that's generally the first stage for Squad 1 when you do Texas Kalashnikov. I'm doing the shoot house, and there was a target that's about 25-30 yards or so. It's not a crazy far target, but I didn't know how much lateral movement had really gone on, but I couldn't find it, and I'm like, what is going on here, man? I could not find it, and I think I got like 55 seconds on that stage or something, 58 seconds. I was looking through the optic. My shots were definitely going all over the place, and I'm like, oh my god, what is going on here, man? So I took my time, went through a full mag on that stage, which is kind of unusual, and I'm like, what is going on here, man? So I'm just looking at it, and I pressed real hard, and I can see some lateral movement on the Picatinny rail, and I'm like, oh no, even tightened down with Loctite, it still didn't do the job. So I switched out to the M90. But this guy really saved the day. We did have a stage with a 9-hole and some more 25-30 yard shots or whatever, and you know, little 8-inch steels.
Wow.
0 was perfect. The Zasatava optics mount is perfectly fine, man. It is holding up great. I can't say enough good things about it. It's actually holding up for a UTG product. Good job, guys. It's probably why some people don't want to admit that they use it. This thing really came through. There was a stage at the end where you had to do 6 shots to the chest. Very much like a stage in Red Oktober. You had to do 6 shots to the chest, drop your mag, reload, and do 4 shots to the head, drop your mag, and then hit a clay. Did pretty well on, I think I took 6th or 7th on that stage overall for the day. That Texas Kalashnikov, I'm not usually doing that well. We all know I'm not that great of a running gunner still. So I'm still actually working on it, man. This Texas Kalashnikov, I took 26th. So much better. Yeah, my overall and my division scores, not bad this time around. You can see where my optic really tripped me up on the shoot house. Really tripped me up. I got real low down in the ranks on that stage, but c'est la vie, man. It happens, whatever. So we switched out. This guy performed so well. I can't say enough, man. Overall, definitely best one yet, and I look forward to Kalashmas. So that's about really all I got for you right now. We're going to be getting the M85 back this week, and it is approaching its final form, and I gotta say, no spoilers yet. Really, it just needs a Cerakote. That's it, just needs a Cerakote. I'll show you in depth once it's completely finished. You know, I think we've all seen these out of the box. I think we all have browsed on Atlantic Arms and gone, I think I got a little room on the credit card. Hey, Kridova. A Serbian film continues, man. We got a Serbian saga here. We got a Serbian saga. For Christmas, we'll do some fun stuff. We got Kalashmas coming up. We're gonna have a lot of fun at Kalashmas. So that's all I got for you today, boils and ghouls and zools. So y'all stay safe, man. Have fun and shoot fast, and yeah, take no shit, no gods, no masters.